Some days are just not your days. I had a day on Wednesday. After work, I was like, I'm gonna go home, work on some edits. I'm gonna make my boys proud. And I get home, and I had no water. I'm like, what?
What was at what point did you realize that?
Well, when
you drop a massive deuce and try to flush the toilet.
No, I went to my sink and I lifted it up. No water came out. I'm like, all right. So I went to the shed where the water pump is, and there's just water everywhere. Just water pipes bursted. I was like, well,
like it burst in multiple spots, or it was just like one?
Just one spot. Just two pipes.
Was it like the cold or something?
Last week was super cold.
Yeah, it was. Last week we got school canceled because of cold, so this week it's a lot warmer.
Sabotage. The pipes are expanding.
My dog Peyton, he's like, this is for not feeding me earlier.
I want to bite a hole in this water line. So
I tried to fix it, didn't work. I had to go to Lowe's to get supplies, and I had a plan A, but I was thinking about plan B, so I asked my dad, who's very intelligent, but he's also out of the country right now. So the communication was kind of difficult. I'm in Lowe's trying to figure out what this piece of object I need to help fix my pipes just in case if plan A doesn't work. So I get very defeated. I just sit down.
Because you asked someone and they were like, I can't help you.
Yeah, he's like, we don't have that problem.
You're sitting on the ground in Lowe's, just
I'm just
hands
crying
on your head.
Because whenever we go to Lowe's, I'm with my dad, and my dad's very knowledgeable.
You're holding his hand the whole time.
There's a clip from Parks and Rec where Ron Swanson, he goes in, the guy's like, you need any help with your project? He's like, I know more than you.
Yeah,
and that's my dad. If my dad was mean. So I'm sitting on the ground, really kind of defeated. If your dad was mean,
your dad would instead take the opportunity to educate the employees.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what you're looking at is a T bracket. You're going to look for a quad bracket instead.
So, so I was very defeated. I'm like, I know what to do. And then this lady, a pro employee, they call it at Lowe's, just comes up the back of the store. I'm just sitting down. She's like, are you the son? I'm like, I was very confused. I'm like, I don't think so. And she was like, are you the son of the guy who's in Honduras? I'm like, yep, that's me. Somehow my dad has a number for the pro Lowe's, which is like a specific number that you have. Calls the front desk, tells, hey, can you go back and help my son?
My son's feeling a little low.
He's still on training wheels. Yeah, they're like, we got an international call.
Yes. She's like, I will remember this. I'm like,
she said that?
Yeah, she was like, I will remember this day, so don't feel bad. So she helped me out, and I go home and fix my pipes. But I was just really funny that I was just sitting there, and she's like, are you the son from the guy who's in Honduras right now? I'm like, yeah, and that's me.
That's me.
That's me. Yeah.
But it ended with a happily ever after, right? You got your shower, you got your water going.
I fixed my pipes and got my water going. It was a long day, but sometimes that happens.
You gotta roll with the punches.
You gotta roll with punches, and then I had to drive back. In that time, I got to listen to the best podcast, and that is us. Welcome back to the Good Chill Hunty podcast. How you like them apples? So, Josiah, what have you been watching?
I only watched one movie this week. I've been meaning to watch it for a while. Bong Joon-ho directed a movie in 2017. It was a Netflix original movie called Okja.
You pronounce the J?
In Korean, you don't, but all the English speakers in the movie say Okja.
Is that the name of the beast?
That is the name of the super pig.
Ever since I've seen this trailer, I'm like, I do not want to watch this movie.
I was curious about the movie since it came out, and Bong Joon-ho's got Mickey 17 coming out. I was like, I'm going to watch another Bong Joon-ho movie. And so yeah, the movie's about it's like a dystopian future, but really the only sci-fi element is that they have these like genetically modified animals called super pigs, and that's the name of the giant beast. And I gave the movie 1.5 stars.
So I gave the same rating that I gave Alex Rider's Stormbreaker.
I really, like the whole, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those movies where you're just like, okay, like when are we getting to the good part? And I don't know. Like, here's the thing, and neither of you guys watched Squid Game.
I know about Squid Game.
Yeah, I
do not.
I watched the first season. I haven't watched a new season, but the first season, one of the biggest like complaints that people had was there was like an episode or two where there was a lot of like Americans, like people speaking English, and their characters and their dialogue was so strange because it was just like people don't talk like that, and obviously if it was a Korean show, and so it was probably Korean writers writing Americans, and that is what I feel like this movie is suffers from. I feel like the dialogue is just not how people talk in America, at least.
Well, that's kind of how like anime is.
Right. Well, that's
so does it feel like anime dialogue?
Kind of, because then there's even jokes like points that are like go for laughs. But again, they almost feel like they would be a joke in an anime. And I don't quite know how to explain that, but it's just like, it's not like haha funny. It's more just like, yeah, I can see why that would be why that would be funny. It doesn't work. And like ultimately none of that is against the movie. If it's like, maybe that's how Koreans perceive Americans and they're writing the characters in that way intentionally. I just wasn't feeling it.
Do you think, does that have you worried for Mickey 17? Like if that will have the same dialogue issue?
I'm choosing not to worry about it.
I don't remember that being a thing in Snowpiercer.
I bet you we would pick up on it more if we went back. But I mean, yeah, top of my head, I didn't quite remember that. But there was just some other stuff. Like the movie itself is just about them selling this pig to be used for
Is it like
food.
a commentary on like environmentalism?
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, because the heroes of the movie are the ALF, the Animal Liberation Front. Paul Dano leads them, and everybody on Letterboxd is like, Paul Dano, I didn't know you had that sort of like charisma. Like people are literally like sweating over Paul Dano.
He had charisma in the Batman.
But I am like, his role was so like two-dimensional, and Stephen Yeun is in this movie.
Is it like PETA?
Kind of like they're like,
but
they're almost
not
like environmental. They commit. I don't know if they call themselves terrorists, but they are committing like, yeah, terrorists, activists, I guess. And it feels really on the nose, and so it's like an important message, but to me it was just like meh. And then I just thought there was some goofy like, just parts that was just like, why? Like Tilda Swinton's character turns out to be a twin. Or she plays like two characters. And hey, I like twins as much as the next guy. Hear me say that. But it was just like, why are we doing this? Giancarlo Esposito's in this movie, plays a villain.
Seems like a lot of people are in this movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in this movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal was there.
He does a good job given his character, but like his character is so cartoonishly. He like kind of talks like a squeaky kind of voice. His character's very eccentric, and it's like, I think it's supposed to be sort of maybe like this stereotypical over the top American, if I had to guess. And so I think he does a good job, but I just think the character itself is weird. The movie just didn't work for me. So a lot of people like it.
1.5 stars still seems low.
Well, watch it for yourself. I think
it's on my watch list.
Oh yeah,
so right. I will watch it.
I think you would not. I think you would have the same complaints I would. I don't know about you. You might enjoy the movie a little bit more.
Okay.
We are not the same.
Come back. 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
A lot of people give it like 4.5, 5 stars. So, watch it for yourself, I guess. Maybe I'm just a curmudgeon. I'm not a curmudgeon, am I?
No.
Yeah. What?
Yeah? No?
Yeah, he is.
No, what have you been watching?
I, too, only watched one singular movie, and it was Fantastic Mr. Fox, directed by Wes Anderson. And I'd never seen this. You've seen it once upon a time, right? Like
2 years ago.
Oh. Did you watch it when it came out?
No. We were seeing Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, and the trailer for it played. And I remember talking about that movie more than talking about the trailer for Fantastic Mr. Fox more than talking about Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs.
Which is funny because you like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs now.
Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs is great.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is pretty good. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the stop motion. It looks like, I think it does take a little bit of getting used to. Like Kenzie and I watched this together. She didn't like it. She gave the movie 2 stars, and she just did not like the way it looked. Like it kind of gave her the ick.
Creepy.
Yeah, just like the character models.
Also, like
I
the
think
characters
that's a valid thing.
the characters like stare at the screen a lot.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of talking to the audience.
Yeah, and then like sometimes Mr. Fox or another character, they smile, but it's just kind of like showing their teeth, and it's like,
Which I think is supposed
kind
to
of
be
weird.
I think that's supposed to be funny though. Like it's
But it looks kind of creepy.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't bother me, but I can see why it would come across that way. But I really liked it. I think the voice acting is really good. Like George Clooney is great. I think Jason Schwartzman is like climbing the ladder of like one of my favorite voice actors, because he's really good in this. I just talked about him last week in Across the Spider-Verse, and he voices the main character in Klaus. I really like him in that role too. So I'd be curious. I know he has a part in Isle of Dogs, which you just watched. Spoilers. But I think Jason Schwartzman, his talent, he was in Megalopolis, but I don't think I've seen any other roles that he's been in, but his voice.
You've seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh yeah.
Long time ago.
He was in Megalopolis?
Yeah, he's part of like Giancarlo Esposito's like entourage.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to elaborate on that because I can't. But I just think his talent translates really well to like voice acting.
He's not in Isle of Dogs.
Oh,
It's like
he's in so many. He's in so many Wes Anderson. I guess I just assumed
He is in.
but
Wes Anderson.
the humor's pretty good. Like it's like a simple story of just the fox stealing food from the farmers, and then the farmers retaliating. It's based off of a Roald Dahl book.
Yeah.
And I really liked it.
You like it as much as our brother, Sam?
Yeah, Sam. Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
on
we
the
talked
podcast?
about yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sam I feel like he raved about it. I don't think I would rave about it. Like I don't think I loved it that much, but I bought this when we went to Half Price Books the other day to have in my collection, and I'm glad I own it. I'm glad it's in my collection because I think I would like to return to it to watch it again later. The score had like banjo. There's just like little banjo elements in there. I really liked that. I thought that fit really well.
A little while ago, I introduced Noah to ambient space banjo music.
Yeah, and
look it up on YouTube.
It's really good.
You just find hour-long videos of just AI generated images of astronauts playing the banjo in space, and it's a very ethereal. It's great for studying.
Yeah, that included, but aside from that, it's like just like bluegrass music has grown on me a lot over the last 2 years or so. Folky bluegrass. But yeah, I would say Fantastic Mr. Fox was a good time. Riley, what did you watch?
I've watched 6 movies this week, and I have not slept a whole lot.
You watch a lot of long movies.
You watched 7 movies last week, and now you watch 6 again?
Yeah, I've just been watching a lot. Well, the week before, I didn't have school a couple days. I watched 3 movies one day. I started this week watching 2 Wes Anderson movies since Noah gave us trivia to do Wes Anderson, which I never seen any of his movies before, so I decided. I had a copy of Grand Budapest Hotel on Blu-ray. I don't know where that came from, but I have it.
That was manna from heaven.
Yes.
God was like,
you hear a knock on the front door. No one's out there. Looks down. Oh.
You really want me to win trivia today?
I'm looking. He got it.
And as Noah's driving away, he accidentally flings a rock into your shed and it bursts the water pipe.
No!
Is that running water right here?
So I did watch 2 Wes Anderson movies. I watched The Grand Budapest Hotel. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really like this movie. I wasn't expecting, because Wes Anderson is a unique director, and I've heard a lot about him. So I've never seen any of his movies, and just this movie is like a painting brought to screen. Like every frame is a beautiful painting. I think it's since like I said, he's unique. It felt so fresh to me, and just the way. And it kind of felt like Oppenheimer's like everyone's in this movie. Like
It's a really stacked cast.
yeah, like every scene you're like, oh, it's that actor, and
That's kind of like every one of his movies at this point.
Yes. Yeah. So it
was,
I
like his other than like Fantastic Mr. Fox is based on a book, but that Grand Budapest Hotel and almost all of his other movies are original screenplays. Like,
and they're like an hour and a half long. They're pretty short. So
oh really?
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah,
I don't remember being that short.
100 minutes is the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So and then the Isle of Dogs is 101 minutes. So it's like really like
Fantastic Mr. Fox is 87 minutes.
Really like nice,
concise.
Concise.
It doesn't drag on.
No, and I thought
not every movie needs to be 2 hours and 20 minutes.
It didn't
long.
like make me laugh throughout the whole time, but it made me laugh here and there. I really enjoyed that.
I found that I can often appreciate movies that don't make me laugh out loud, but I can just like sit there and smile and say, that's a good joke. Like I appreciate that.
It's clever. Like the writing's very clever in his movies. So I enjoyed that. There's like some of the shots in the Grand Budapest Hotel, like there's one with Saoirse Ronan. It's beautiful. So
she's beautiful.
Yeah. So
because she's in it. It was actually a really poorly executed shot, but
really was carrying the weight in that frame.
So I had a really great time with Grand Budapest Hotel, 4.5, and then I watched Isle of Dogs, which I gave 4 stars. Like you said, with the stop motion, I'm a fan. The cast stacked. Like Bryan Cranston is like the main voice, and he's really good in this. Yeah, if you don't know, it's about like a canine outbreak, and so they like banish all the dogs to an island. It's about this boy trying to find his dog. So it's a really fun journey you go on.
It's a play on words of I love dogs.
Yeah.
Which I think is fun.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
I love dogs. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that. I was like, that's great.
I feel like if you love dogs, you really like this movie. Like if you're a dog person.
And if you don't like dogs, you're going to hate this movie.
Yeah.
More of a cat person.
It's really, Wes Anderson is, like I said, he's doing like fun stuff here, and I really appreciate it. I don't know if I love all his movies, but the 2 ones I did watch, I'm a fan. So
yeah, I'm really curious to watch more.
We'll see if it pays off for trivia at all.
Hopefully. Then I had a movie night on Friday, and we started this movie late. So shout out all my friends that are there. I only think a couple of us maybe stayed up for the whole time, but we watched Dune Part 2, which is like a 2-hour and 45-minute movie.
You started it at what time?
Like 9:45. So it's like past midnight. And let me tell you, this movie's amazing. I was a fan when I first saw Dune Part 2, but now I like watching it again makes me really appreciate this story. I think there's so many cool moments in this movie. Denis Villeneuve, fantastic. He's got snubbed at the Oscars. He deserves all the praise for what he's done in this movie. Hans Zimmer score, snubbed. I think Timothée Chalamet should have been nominated. He's that good in this movie.
Like, I'm just going to say it. I think Timothée Chalamet's kind of hot.
No.
I like his washboard abs.
But if you see Timothée Chalamet like on SNL or just like for me, he's just that good of an actor to display how Paul Atreides is and like the aura that Paul Atreides has. Like at the end of the movie, he's like the coolest guy. Like,
what does that have to do with SNL?
Like if you watch Timothée Chalamet, he's just
he's an e-boy.
E-boy?
Yeah, like online, just kind of like emo, just kind of.
He's very skinny. He's very skinny, and he, like on SNL, he's not intimidating. Like there's a skit that I just saw. It's funny. He's like, "Bing bang, say what?" And it was just really funny. I'm like, this guy's not intimidating at all. But then you watch Dune Part 2, and by the end of the movie, Paul Atreides is like intimidating. There's like a scene. He's just in like a bunch of smoke. And he's just standing there, and then Dave Bautista's character just starts running away because he's scared. So cool. So many good moments.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay.
we saw it with you in theaters last year.
You did. So, but Dune Part 2.
Have you rewatched the first?
No, I haven't.
One?
Which I want to now.
I feel like I've seen a couple places recently that people say it hasn't aged as well, or it's just not as good as Dune Part 2.
Well, I think it's definitely like setting up this story in part 2, so there's not much action. But after watching Dune Part 2, I feel like I even enjoy the first one more.
Sure.
Because I feel like I understand more. There's a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts, but it turns out beautifully. So many cool scenes. This Tuesday, we are seeing Hans Zimmer in concert. I've never been more excited in my life for a concert.
This is Riley's highlight of the next decade.
This is my
Truly.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So I watched his documentary on Netflix, Hans Zimmer's Hollywood Rebel. Really good, like, just information of getting to know who Hans Zimmer is and how he's made some of these scores. He like turned down Pirates of the Caribbean because the director was like, "I'm making a Pirates movie." And he's like, "That's not gonna work." And then the director brought Pirates to him, showed him, and Hans was like, "I'm in. Like, this looks awesome." Like he did. I forget what movie he started, but then Barry Levinson just showed up to his door. He's like, "Will you do Rain Man for me?" It's like just the story of Hans Zimmer's life. I really appreciate it. I wish it was longer. If I had to give it a score, I'll give it a 3.5. I would recommend it if people like music, like composers, or like Hans Zimmer. It tells you more about the world of cinema.
But what you would really recommend is seeing him in concert.
Yes.
Got to pay $300 for a ticket.
Stay tuned for next week
Or a
on
scalp ticket.
our review. And since I watched that, I watched 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, Des Manchester and At World's End. I both gave it 4 stars. Just a fun ride.
Oops. Sounds like you accidentally gave him 4 stars.
Huh?
Yeah, it just sounds like you. Yeah. Yep.
You want me to rate him higher?
Well,
No.
you did rate him higher, and you just accidentally said. 4
Oh, my
stars.
bad.
Yeah.
But
No worries.
On my Letterboxd, it says 4 stars. Like
I'm
right
just
here.
reading what I wrote.
So,
here.
like,
Pass me what
is it a glitch?
What is
you fat fingered?
I gave Dead Man's Chest 4 stars.
Yes.
I gave At World's End 4.5.
And you gave At World's End 4.5.
Yeah.
I just, they're a lot of fun. I do have my gripes. I don't think they're as, like, the writing is not as solid as the first one.
Riley has his grips. Anytime Riley writes the word gripes down on paper, he writes grip.
Grips?
You did that
Yeah.
on your Letterboxd review.
You've done it probably like half a dozen times at this point.
How do you spell it?
There's an E at the end. GRIPES. And sure, I have my grips with Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's still a fun time at the movies.
I'm sorry.
Put your grips aside.
Yeah. Davy Jones is not the best villain ever.
Well, Feathers McGraw is the best villain ever.
Yeah.
I think
there.
Davy Jones is one of my favorite villains ever. I think his character design is awesome.
He's cool. And I like Bill Nighy's voice, but I just feel like he takes
Bill
it back.
Nighy, who Riley says is a B-list,
Riley
B-tier
likes
celebrity.
Bill Nye's voice.
If we
Science
go
rules.
deep about like A-list celebrities and B-list celebrities, not everyone's gonna know who Bill Nighy is, but everyone will know who Tom Cruise is.
Tom who's?
Tom Hughes.
John Hughes.
Did you just say John Hughes?
Yeah, I mean they're fun. Jack Sparrow, cool. Elizabeth Turner,
Cool.
Keira Knightley, one of the most beautiful. She's beautiful. So and I think she's good. I really like how she becomes the Pirate King in the third one. What do you guys think about Will Turner? I think Orlando Bloom's good, but it's like not the best.
I just think she deserves a man's man. I'm just saying.
Someone who can set foot on land. I like Will Turner.
He's a little bit more even keeled,
Yeah.
but
Anyways.
reliable,
Yeah.
spirited young
You want a
lad.
fun joyride? You can't get much better than Pirates of the Caribbean.
Do you think you'll watch 4 and 5?
Yeah, I will this year.
They're not they're not composed by Hans Zimmer.
You sure?
Are you sure?
I think it is.
I promise you they're not.
You want to bet? Because I was listening to a Hans Zimmer.
I mean, they have the Hans Zimmer theme, but the fourth one, or maybe it's co-composed with it's like a Latin American.
Make the bet before you look it up. Make the bet.
we won't bet. On
Okay,
Stranger Ties is Hans Zimmer. I'm
no,
betting.
but Well, let's go to IMDb because it's
Well, no, you make the bet first.
Apple Music. No,
Don't look it up.
no, you. Now you're making me second guess myself, but I'm fairly certain.
Let's make a bet. Come on.
Put your hand down.
Come on.
You look ridiculous.
Shake my hand.
You look ridiculous.
Okay, you gotta watch you gotta watch something, or
You gotta watch.
You gotta watch a movie.
you're buying my dinner.
Okay. On Stranger Tides, Hans Zimmer, but then also Rodrigo y Gabriela. So that's what I was.
Pronounce that wasn't even culturally
Did you look
appropriate.
up IMDb like you said? Because
No, I'm on Apple Music. Where the
IMDb, Hans Zimmer.
Riley
He's
said,
the only one.
I am dumb E. That's what Riley just said.
Okay. Well,
That's why I watched.
yeah. Hans Zimmer, we will meet him and shake his hand and
I'm be like, this
Yeah,
guy
the
said,
sweat from his
Pirates of the
brow.
Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales was composed by Jeff Zanelli.
bless you.
then why isn't it on IMDb as Jeff Sinelli?
Is it? It's you have it right there.
Yes.
Okay, well I have it right here. So
Director
me,
Rob Marshall.
me
boom,
and no, I'm talking about the 5th movie. Rob Marshall directed the 4th movie.
on Stranger Tides.
I'm talking about the 5th
That's
movie.
the 4th one. Dead Men Tell No Tales is
Oh.
the 5th one.
Sorry. Okay.
Apology accepted.
No, you said
No,
anyways.
Jeff Zanelli composed the 5th movie.
Let's
I'm
let's
right.
Okay.
I want Riley to say I'm right.
Edit this where it shows Noah said, but he didn't compose the next 2 movies. Wrong. He didn't compose the last one.
Shut up.
Okay, well, that's all well and good. We went to church this morning, and we go to church together. And every year, our church, they put on a 4-week sermon series, like on movies that have come out the previous year. What they do is they just pick 4 movies, and they look at the movies, the stories through the lens of the Bible or the gospel. Today the sermon was on Inside Out 2. I thought it was really, especially like the ending. We've talked about Inside Out here, Inside Out 2. But he just really painted it in the way of like how the story talks about the unconditional love that we get from Jesus, and how that is not something that we can provide ourselves with or save ourselves from, so to speak. And so I love that sort of seeing the truth of Scripture. We're all Bible believing believers, and
Bubble blowing.
all
babies.
bubble blowing babies. And so I think stories just have an amazing ability to kind of convey eternal truths, and I think we feel that just as humans. And so I thought it would be cool if we talked about just like movies that have especially resonated with each of us, where I think some of those eternal truths, or just the redemptive quality of the gospel or the Bible is on display. And this is maybe like a half answer, because based off books, but the Lord of the Rings, like, talk about like a culturally it overtook the culture when it came out. The movies
did.
and the books, for that matter, still do. And but just the idea of there like being good and evil, like just there being
It's a very black and white book.
yeah, but I'm
in
saying
a lot of ways.
I think in
about
ways to
evil.
recognize like characters, like to be able to believe in characters because you know that they are good, or to be able to recognize characters as like something to be fought against because they are evil.
Except Boromir.
Boromir was a hero and died a hero.
I've heard people complain about Boromir, but I feel like he was one of the
I'll
good
walk
ones.
to you to the fires of Mordor, or something like that. I don't remember the line you
I
said.
think that's Aragorn.
That's true.
Anyway, but it's the end of Return of the King, where Sam and Frodo have
No spoilers. I haven't seen it.
yeah, so cannot wait for you to figure out what happens after this. But it's really just at what almost feels like the lowest point, where there just is like all hope is lost. All the rest of the Fellowship is at the gates of Mordor. They don't know the fate of the ring or the fate of Frodo and Sam. If anything, they believe that they've perished. And it's this feeling of hopelessness, and I think that is just so familiar of a feeling in our world today. Just like, where do people look for hope? If you have a relationship with Jesus, then I think that's where we find hope. But otherwise, yeah,
everyone loves Lord of the Rings, whether they can identify that message or not. I feel like it is speaking to the broader culture of moviegoers.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, then the Fellowship finds out, like, the ring gets cast into Mount Doom, the sky explodes, and there's a quote. Eventually, Sam and Frodo get rescued, and Sam is talking to Gandalf, and he just is like reflecting on just like the evils that they've experienced, but seeing how the story's kind of at an end, and just talks about is everything evil going to become untrue? That's not an exact quote, but it's just this idea that that hope and goodness triumphs in the end, like this idea of a happy ending. I think that just sits with our souls, and I believe that is just that's just based, like, comes from the Bible itself. The Bible itself, from start to finish, is a story of redemption. And so I think Lord of the Rings is just, of course, it was written by J.R.R. Tolkien, who was a devout Catholic. I don't know. So that's my long-winded answer, but like, curious what you guys, how movies or stories have like spoken that to you, that message of hope or redemption or whatever it would be.
I think, I mean, there's a lot of movies. I specifically think of some TV shows, some anime that have really spoke to me. There's this one that I'm wearing the shirt of right now, Vinland Saga. The dad teaching the son, because the son wants to hurt someone, and he goes to him and he's like, "Who are your enemies, Thorfinn?" And like, who deserves to be like taken from your sword? And just that message of you have no enemies, I think really sticks. I really like makes me think of how Jesus treated his enemies. Like it says in the Bible, how we should pray for our enemies, pray for those who persecute you, like turn the other cheek, all these things. And I think, especially I think about that in like the world today, of how if you go to a comment section of any like TikTok or it's just, people are just so mean to each other. We're mean to each other all the time. Like you go to basketball games and a ref mess up and he gets words thrown at him. Like everyone is a human being, and I think there's people that are bad in this world. That's true, and like there deserves justice. But honestly, we all deserve justice. Like we're all not good, and that's why the perfect person, Jesus, came to save us. And I just think how in this show, Vinland Saga, he's like, no one's your enemy. And I just think like that's what Jesus did. Like he came to save everyone, even the ones that hated him. And it makes me think like, how can I be a better person to those around me? Like who really is my enemy? This show and what Jesus did.
Yeah, because I mean, even Jesus, he didn't speak at like for this idea that like there's no such thing as evil. Like it's not that you love your enemies because they're good to you. You love them because like you've been loved first, and then there is like an actual evil. and like war against sin, war against evil, don't war against people, so to speak. Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga.
I'll watch it sometime.
Watch it sometime.
We'll get there eventually. It's been a year since I said I would watch it.
I started watching it.
And how far did you get?
4 episodes in. My example that I could think of was Chronicles of Narnia, which is maybe not the best example because it's literally Aslan is a Christ figure based on Jesus himself, but just when Edmund betrays Edmund betrays his family.
Sucks to mess up a word, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever done it.
Letterboxd top 4.
Yeah.
Edmund betrays his family to the White Witch. And
For what though?
For some Turkish delight.
Yeah.
And through his betrayal, like once like the latter half of the movie comes around, the White Witch says like she's due her right of like he betrayed his family, therefore he must be punished. But then Aslan, the king of Narnia, steps in on his behalf. Blamelessly, yeah, did not deserve this, but he pardoned Edmund. Golly, why am I doing that? Edmund, but there's still a price to pay. So then Aslan gets taken and is killed, executed on behalf of Edmund. But then, like Jesus, he rises from the grave and they win the battle and all is well in Narnia. But yeah, that just like the message of he doesn't deserve, what's the word?
Undeserved?
No, well, okay. That's not the word I was thinking of, but yeah, undeserved.
Unmerited?
Sure. Unmerited grace.
I mean, that's what grace is. Grace itself is undeserved. Like,
sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. That's why I like Narnia as much as I do. That's why The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is my favorite of the 3.
I think there's a lot of stories that paint this picture of what we're talking about. I specifically like Zuko's redemption arc in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Just how that kind of paints of in the Bible the prodigal son.
Well, yeah, and Iroh as the father.
Yeah.
Who, in the story of the prodigal son, the father is analogous to God.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, offering forgiveness and grace, where it is certainly not deserved. I think, I used the term, or you said redemption arc, and just I said the Bible is a story of redemption. So I feel like stories where redemption takes place, and so I'm thinking of even like Darth Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, I feel, and maybe this is not a universal experience, but like seeing a character who it seems so entirely evil, so far beyond redemption, realize that there is forgiveness, or there's always the opportunity to repent, like and repent. The word just means to turn, like to stop where the direction you're heading and turn in a different direction. Like that is so deeply resonates in my soul, and I think that's why that moment is so special. And then Luke obviously saying, "I'm a Jedi like my father before me," and rejecting sort of that draw to what would be sin, the dark side, is I think it's awesome.
And I think it's in The Last Jedi. He says, Luke Skywalker says, no one's too far gone.
Does he say that?
I think so. When he's talking about Kylo Ren, I could be wrong, but like that kind of like no one is too far from grace.
Mm-hmm.
And like no matter what you've done, like Jesus forgives you and loves you. Like he loves you just where you are, but he loves you too much to keep you there. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, or even like Iron Man. The movie, like I think the movie is great for so many reasons. Robert Downey Jr. was born to play that role, but that's just like a story of redemption.
Mm-hmm.
It's a man like coming to the ends of himself and turning and towards this awesome new direction.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, like, in the beginning, he didn't think of anyone but himself, and then by the end of Endgame, he's thinking about everyone else.
Yeah. Which is a cool, like, just arc across a decade, really. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, I think the human soul resonates with, like, redemption stories, but I think redemption stories themselves point to the redemption story where, humanity has just fallen away, and Jesus, from the beginning of, he says, this is what the Bible says, that, like, from the very beginning, Jesus, God had a plan set in motion to rescue his people through Jesus and everything. Yeah. So I don't know, like, it's.
I love it when movies or TV shows makes me appreciate, like, makes me think about God or Jesus, and it makes me, like, appreciate that more. And, like, movies are special, but we have a God that's pretty special. So
hey, he's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, this is a little bit of a more of a deeper, more of a heart level conversation than we tend to have.
We could talk about this forever, and then we could talk about the Christian movies we've seen and how that could go.
God's Not Dead.
Yeah, God's Not Dead 2.
God's Not Dead 3. Light in the Darkness. God's Not Dead 4. We the People.
Just there's a lot of bad Christian movies.
There's not a lot of good ones, really.
Yeah.
This is not a segue. It almost seems like you're going to say, so here are the Christian movies we've been watching.
No, we haven't been watching any Christian movies. But
I watched
just saying
the Knowing last week. That's all about
then times.
The New World Order.
But I'm just saying, like, even there's Christians that make movies, and sometimes those stories aren't as good as the stories we see. They're not made by Christians.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's the idea that if something is to quote unquote point people to God, it has to be explicitly drawn, like, from the Bible. It has to be so on the nose, and I just don't think that's what the Bible teaches. I don't think that's what Jesus taught. I think Jesus taught us, like, that all truth is God's truth, and there's that takes place in the context of simple everyday life and relationships and everything, and not just in explicit Christian settings. So anyway, don't quite know how to wrap up this conversation.
Comment and tell us what stories that made you think about God or Jesus. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Or if you are not a believer, or if you're not a Christian, what does this take sound like to you? Like, is this sound like the ramblings of, this circular logic or what have you? I'm curious.
Yeah. You're like, get to the game.
Yeah.
And we're getting there.
We want to do Movie Grid. And guess what? That's what's about to happen.
So, welcome back. Not welcome back, but welcome back to Movie Reveal and Movie Grid. We're bringing back two games we've done in the past, and Noah and Josiah are about to battle it out, see who is victorious.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Yeah, if you're an audio listener, I'll try to say what's happening and let you know.
If you're an audio listener, you're on your own.
Good luck.
Are you guys ready? All right,
what are we doing first?
We're doing Movie Reveal.
All right, are you recording?
Yep, I am recording. Who wants to go first?
I do.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Noah said I do.
Okay.
Or Noah said I could.
Oh, he said I could? Okay.
Yeah.
So Josiah gets to go first.
Nice.
You said he could.
I did not say that.
What?
Maybe I have some gripes about that, so.
Nice.
As a callback.
Love that.
So this is Movie Reveal. There are categories. If you're listening to audio listeners, there are 16 categories, and Josiah is trying to figure out what movie we're talking about. Their categories are worth more than others. You have director, and then the last one's quote, and everywhere in between. So Josiah, you are first at bat. You have 150 points. What will be your first pick?
I feel like words in the title of the movie, that's got to be like
Josiah's going words in the title of the movie.
It's only worth 5 points, but I feel like I can get it from that. Okay,
3.
Never mind.
I thought it was going to reveal a word.
I forget.
Yeah, is 3 the word?
No. It's just there's 3 words in the title, which I
forgot.
forgot.
I thought it was. I thought it was like
It probably should have been phrased as number of words in the title.
words in the title of the movie. Yeah, number of words in the title.
My bad.
Well, that's fine. I was like, that seems like a huge hint. 3. Let's do quote. I like quotes.
Okay. Vincent van Gogh, everyone said to him, "You can't be a great painter. You only have one ear." And you know what he said? "I can't hear you."
That sounds familiar. Well, first off, are these movies that we have logged?
Yes.
I've seen this movie.
You have seen this movie.
That does sound familiar. Vincent van Gogh.
I think that was
everyone
10
said
points
you
for
can't be-
quotes.
You only have one ear, and you know what he said?
I can't hear you.
That sounds funny. That almost sounds like Talladega Nights. That's not my guess.
And each guess is minus 5 points.
Yeah, let's do director.
Director is minus 25 points. And that's Jay Roach.
Doggone.
Who's Jay Roach?
That doesn't help me at all, actually.
Director helped you guys last time.
I know.
Did not help you this
Jay
time.
Roach. That does sound familiar though.
You also have your last date watch.
Yeah.
Some Letterboxd categories.
Friends that are release. Let's try release year.
Release year minus 25 points.
Minus 12.
12. 2010.
Oh my gosh. Jay Roach, 2010. 3 words. It's a man.
You're at 98 points right now.
Okay, let's do lead actor and call it good there.
Minus 25 points for lead actor. Steve Carell.
2010. Vincent Van. Little Miss Sunshine.
That is incorrect.
Doggone it.
Man.
Do I have to? Can I guess again, or do I have to?
You
pick
can,
another one.
but it'd be minus 5 points.
Yeah. Dang. You really got me. All right. Well, let's do last date watch. That'll clear up.
Minus 6 points. January 11th, 2020.
That does not help me.
2010 Steve
20
62 points.
2020. Steve Carell. Man.
Genre. Also, you can.
I think if it's Steve Carell, it's probably a comedy.
Okay, let's do second
Unless
build.
it's Fox Hunter.
Minus 20
Foxcatcher.
points. Paul Rudd.
Dinner for Schmucks.
That is correct.
Yeah.
You watched that movie?
Yeah, we watched it at a party earlier. It was like we just did a movie night, and we were just on Netflix. And we were like,
Seems like Josiah's a schmuck.
yeah, man, how many? I got 42 points.
Yep, only got 42 points.
Ooh. Okay.
Noah is now up.
All right.
For movie reveal, 150 points.
Let's start with the quote. Because we like
Minus
quotes.
10 points. For once, I'm stuck without a punchline. Is that 12 points?
It sounds like something the Joker would say as he's dying. And for once, bats, I'm stuck without a punchline. I'm not going to guess anything. Let's do director.
Minus 25 points. You have Kevin Altieri and 5 others.
Okay, so it's like an animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Nope. sorry. That was just a reaction. Nope. Mm-hmm. Not an anime movie.
I feel like that's
Riley can do whatever he wants and just say, sorry, it was a reaction.
Yeah.
Let's do lead actor.
That's 25 points. Kevin Conroy.
Oh, so it's a Lego Batman movie?
That's incorrect.
No way. Okay, is it?
That's Will Arnett.
It's minus 5 points.
Kevin Conroy?
Yeah, 83 points.
Is it? It is the Joker. It's the Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
That's
Man,
correct.
I guessed that correctly without even.
I guessed that correctly after I guessed it incorrectly.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Josiah is up next.
All right.
150 points.
We're going quote again.
Quote again. Minus 10 points. He's shell-shocked, George. He's not himself. He might never be himself again.
I'm pretty sure in 1917, one of the guys, his name was George. I'm just going to say 1917.
That's incorrect.
Okay. Let's do third build actor.
Minus 15 points. Mark Rylance.
Shoot. What movies have I seen with him?
I think I might know what it is.
He's shell-shocked, George. He's not himself. You might know. Let's do second build actor.
Second build actor, minus 20 points. Tom Hardy.
Nope, never mind. I know
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
That's
And-
correct.
I was going to say Bridge of Spies.
Yeah,
But we watched that before we got Letterboxd, I think.
Who was Mark Rylance? Was he the... I didn't see it. I didn't look.
Did you see that? Okay. Thank goodness.
Who was Mark Rylance in that movie?
He was
he
the boat captain.
Okay, he was. That's what I was...
He actually said that quote, too. You shell shock, George.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I would like the quote.
I'm sorry, Josiah.
Don't say you...
Don't interrupt me, Jerry.
Fargo. That was
What are you doing?
that was an easy one.
What?
I didn't think he was gonna.
Why would we always pick quotes?
We go for quote. The first. That's kind of been a consistent thing with these games.
That's my bad.
You betrayed me.
Don't interrupt me, Jerry.
This is the knife in my back, the likes of which have never been
Sorry.
experienced
What
before.
the heck are you talking about? Yep. I think we've got this one in the bag.
No,
What are you doing?
You can still win. You can still win.
But it's gonna
No,
be
I can't.
it's gonna be an uphill battle.
So this is your sabotage round. So
Okay.
so Noah is gonna pick for you. I'm so sorry.
I don't. You know what? Actions speak louder than words.
We'll say Riley's Letterboxd score.
And these are movies watched by you, so
Yes.
we've not even seen them.
I hope it's a 5-star movie.
3 stars.
Okay. Assuming you don't have a guess.
What was the? Oh, sorry, I messed up.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say Friend's Letterboxd score, so that actually would have worked out.
minus 7 points. Okay.
So Friend's
Friend's
Letterboxd. Nope. Yes.
Noah, 2.5 stars.
See, that reveals a little bit of information. I'll give you the release year.
Do you have a guess yet? No. Minus 12 points. 15.
I'll give you the third build actor.
Minus 15 points. Joel Edgerton.
I know what it is.
15. Joel Eder. It's not. You gave it 3 stars. Noah gave it 2.5. He was in It Comes at Night. He was in the one like Life of Timothy Green. He was in Warrior. I don't know.
I'll give you the director.
Minus 25 points.
Points. Give me.
It might help you.
Joel Edgerton is also the director.
What did he? Okay, so just to confirm, since my name didn't come up for Friends Letterboxd,
You did not-
I've
you-
not seen this.
Yep.
Joel
Unless you
Edgerton.
watched it before Letterboxd.
Man, what you pronounce it Edgerton? I've always
Edgerton.
said Joel Edgerton.
Edgerton.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is it the Life of Timothy Green movie?
That's minus 5 points.
Okay.
Do
Give me a quote.
quote.
Wait.
Since Josiah gets to pick for himself.
See, you're done with the past, but the past is not done with you.
I didn't give you the quote because I didn't think it would be helpful for you.
No.
But you asked for it.
Well, Joel Edgerton is the third. Joel Edgerton, he was in The Great Gatsby. That's not my guess.
I don't think he knows it.
Okay. Well, keep giving me.
Okay, I'll give you the lead actor.
Minus 25 points. Jason Bateman.
Game Night. Bad Words.
No.
Jason Bateman. I don't know if I
don't.
mean, it's hard for me to think of movies that
I can give you
you've
the
seen that
first
I
letter
have.
for 5 points.
The first letter or the first.
Actually, I'll give you the first word. No.
You're making up rules now.
Give me the second build actor. I don't care. The points don't matter.
The second build actor is Rebecca Hall.
I really don't know what this movie is.
If you asked for the genre, it would be a thriller.
Oh!
Mark the genre off.
I know what the poster looks. The Stranger, The Gift,
It was The Gift.
The Gift. Okay. Oh yikes! That movie was not on my radar. How many points?
Clearly.
I get 17 points.
I think I win, right?
Yeah.
Yippee.
The Gift. More like the stupid.
I gave a gift to Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
Fargo.
I'm sorry.
Fargo was a little lopsided of a entry.
Okay, let's do duration.
102 minutes.
I got a pretty good idea.
Right down the middle.
Let's do genre.
Drama crime.
Drama, crime.
Now let's do Riley's Letterboxd.
3.5 stars.
3.5 star drama. Keep going.
Why not Friends Letterboxd?
Josiah, 3.5 stars.
Keep going.
Release year.
Minus 12 points, 2017.
2017.
Oh, I know what it is.
Drama, crime. I'm leaning into the crime more.
I would have got 110 points.
Drama. Yeah, you've seen the movie. Do another one.
Third build. Actor.
Minus 15 points.
Yep.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Man, this game's a lot easier when you've actually seen the movies.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. Okay, so she is, I'm not guessing. She was in The Hateful Eight. She was in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I don't think she was in that.
Really?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I still don't have a
Quote.
guess.
That is by quote.
I think something very important is happening and is deeply connected to my purpose.
Congratulations. That doesn't help you at all.
Yeah, I could have told you that. Crime, drama.
Pick another one.
Second build actor.
Minus 20 points. Benny Safdie.
Benny, is it Good Times?
Technically, no.
Good Time?
Yeah.
We're having a good, enjoyable moment.
We're going to have a good time. Hey.
Jennifer, or whatever her name is, she's not in 3 Billboards outside Ebbing,
It's
Missouri.
Frances
Then.
McDormand.
No, but
Yeah,
you
I
know
knew.
who is in that movie? The grandma from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, she's also in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No one. This movie reveal
Oh,
kind
jeez. Yeah, that was a real nail biter.
of because of my fault. So
No.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it wasn't your fault, buddy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really should have picked a different quote from that movie.
I just feel like you couldn't help yourself, and that's fine. I understand that. I just wish
Riley
You had given
gave
that
me
movie
that
to me.
because I'm going to give him trivia today.
no.
So next, we got 2 movie grids. On top, we have Oscar-nominated movie. Excuse me. Superhero movies from 2015, 2020, and then we got Kate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman, Michael B. Jordan on the left side.
I'll go first. Superhero movie and Kate Blanchett.
I'm going first because I won.
No,
You
that
lost.
would mean I would get.
You went first on
You
the last
won
game.
first because Riley pitied you. I want Riley to pity me now.
I
Let me
didn't go first. I went last.
Josiah gets to go first.
Thank you.
Why?
Sorry, you won. You won
You
the last
got
one.
you got the biggest
Maybe
time.
trivia's not going to lean in your favor anymore.
Come on.
Superhero movie with Kate Blanchett is Thor Ragnarok.
That's correct.
You just cross it out or something.
Movie from 2015 to 2020, Kate Blanchett. I believe it's called. Actually, I'm not going to guess that because I'm going to butcher the title. So instead, we're going to go superhero movie with Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther.
That's correct.
superhero movie with Nicole Kidman is Aquaman.
That is correct.
Baby girl.
Yeah.
Nicole. No, I don't actually know what movie she's been in. Oh God, Nicole Kidman, Oscar-nominated movie. Shoot, is she in Moulin Rouge?
Yes.
Please.
I don't know if that's Oscar nominated.
You think it would be?
Best Picture. Yes, that's correct. You get 5 points.
It was worth 5
What
points.
was the obvious answer? That was only 5 points.
That one.
The Hours.
But I feel like I
Oscar-
should have got more than 5 points for
Oscar-nominated Kate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine.
Blue Jasmine.
She won an Oscar
that.
for that.
Jasmine Rice.
Jasmine. Oh. Yeah, she won an Oscar.
Yeah.
Did you? What movie were you looking for?
Correct.
It's like,
We're assuming
I was
these
just
people have been nominated for Oscars or in Michael B. Jordan Oscar nominated movie. Oh, shoot, I think Black Panther.
You can't say that if you've already
you
used it.
used it.
Has he been nominated for other Oscars?
We'll see.
I'm
Did
really
you-
wondering about the
did you
structural
not
integrity of
know
this
that?
movie grid.
Huh?
Before coming up with the grid?
I know Black Panther was nominated.
Yeah, me too.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
This movie grid is falling to pieces.
I'm winning, so
So that was his only Oscar.
Yeah, so you lost that one because you said Black Panther.
You're joking. You created this movie grid
wait. There's
where he got nominated for only one movie.
He's in it-
so there's no other
no.
correct
It's not.
answer.
It's not that he got an Oscar nom. It's just that he's in a movie that has gotten an Oscar nomination.
Yeah, but there's another movie for superheroes you could use.
That's baloney.
How is that baloney?
You're changing. You created this grid with only one
Actually,
correct answer that got
No.
voided.
There's another one.
Okay. Do I get to go?
No,
You got it wrong.
You guessed.
You said Black Panther. And that's wrong because it's already been used.
It's true. Oscar nominated Michael B. Jordan movies. Fruitvale Station.
That's incorrect.
Oscar nominated movie Michael B. Jordan Chronicle.
That's incorrect.
We're going to take a break from that one.
I find this to be a little frustrating.
You think I'm supposed to know everything?
I think if you create a grid, you should know the answers.
I know
to
specific answers.
Then you should know specifically what movie he was in that got
Movies
nominated for
from
an Oscar.
I know
2015.
it. I just remembered one. And I know Chronicle's not it, so that's wrong.
Movie from 2015 to 2020. Michael B. Jordan. Fruitvale Station.
2014.
I think correct.
I will say I'm surprised you're having to look up as many of these as you are.
I just don't. I don't remember everything on the top. It's 2013. That's incorrect.
Yeah, apparently. Let's see. Kate Blanchett movie from 2015 to 2020. It's like, Where Did You Go, Bernadette?
I think that's correct.
That's the movie that I was thinking of earlier, but I didn't know if I got the title right.
Movie from 2015 to 2020 with
It's
Nicole
5 points.
Kidman. The movie from 2015 to 2020, Nicole Kidman, The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
That is correct. 9 points.
Let's see. Michael B. Jordan, Oscar nominated movie. What's it? No, there's. Oh no, Michael B. Jordan, movie from 2015 to 2020. Just Mercy.
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that an Oscar nominated?
I
was
almost said that, but I don't think it got.
I think it was.
No, really? For what?
Okay, well then I need to know that there is still a valid answer
There is a valid answer.
for Oscar nominated Michael B. Jordan. Oscar nominated Michael B. Jordan. And it's not Just Mercy. It's not Fruitvale Station. It's not Black Panther.
Nope.
And it's not Fan Forsting.
Nope.
It's not Chronicle.
It's not
Nope.
Chronicle. Creed.
That's correct.
Wow. I was like, I feel like I'm missing an obvious one.
Josiah won this one.
By quite a bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I do gotta say, I don't know how these answers are weighted because some of them are 5, some of them are 10.
You
think
want
you're
all of
doing
them to be 10?
No.
Yeah.
That's not how this game works.
Okay.
So if you think of it, you get to go first this time.
Should have gone first last time.
All right. So we got Denzel Washington, Kristen Stewart, and Gary Oldman.
Denzel Washington.
Nope. Let me read for the audio listeners. Going down, we have plays a real person, 2000s movie, and takes place in another country. Wow, these are some creative ones.
Okay. Denzel Washington 2000s movie is Training Day.
That's correct.
That was a 10.1? He made so many movies in the 2000s.
Playing to win, I guess.
Okay.
Trying.
Kristen Stewart plays a real person, Spencer.
That's correct.
Let's see. Kristen Stewart takes place in another country. Man, I wish I knew that one. Yeah. Gary Oldman plays a real person. The Darkest Hour.
That's correct.
Let's see. Takes place in another country. I don't know that one. Gary Oldman 2000s. Gary Oldman 2000s movie, The Book of Eli. Did that come out in 2009?
2010. Come on. I'm asking. I'm kind of wishing.
2010.
Let's go. There's got to be so many. Gary Oldman 2000s movie, The Dark Knight.
That's correct.
Yeah. Let's see. Denzel Washington plays a real person, Malcolm X.
That's correct.
Let's see. Gary Oldman takes place in another country. Sure would be great if I could think of that. He's been in so many movies where he's done so many accents. How about Air Force One? He has a Russian accent. I think it starts in Russia, doesn't it?
Does it?
You have to.
I think it might.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we do it.
Don't remember.
Here, I'll look it up.
Let's see. Kristen Stewart takes place in another country. Well, Spencer would have been one.
Yeah,
Love
it takes
Me.
place in Kazakhstan
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Royal King, Queen of Kazakhstan.
Kristen Stewart is in Love Me. She was a satellite. Kristen Stewart takes place in another country. Man, is there like a obvious answer here?
I mean, there's multiple ways you can go.
I don't know. Kristen Stewart 2000s movie, Catch That Kid.
That's correct.
He's like 20 points.
Sorry, I got that wrong. 50.
Forgot a zero.
Come on. Denzel Washington takes place in another country. I kind of feel like Denzel Washington plays himself most of the time. I don't see him. Oh, how about Two Guns? That's probably in like Mexico.
No, I think he's a DE agent in like
Miami or something.
Yeah. Like
Do they travel to Mexico?
Riley, got to pull up the.
I gotta remember the whole movie.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, like everyone's seen Two Guns.
Two hardened criminals get into trouble with the U.S. Border Patrol after meeting with a Mexican drug lord and
That doesn't mean they're in Mexico.
Yeah.
They met with him.
What about Man on Fire? There you go. That's one in Mexico.
Or Gladiator 2.
I was going to say Gladiator 2 was going to be mine.
Oh, well, I went for the lesser obvious. That movie's got Paula Patton in it. We'll go to the Wikipedia page.
Kristen Stewart, movie that takes place. Wait, so it's not necessarily she is in another country?
They meet drug lord Manny Papi Greco at his farm in Mexico.
That doesn't mean it was in Mexico. It could have been in like could have been in rural Texas. And you just called it Mexico.
Texaco.
Because okay, to confirm, like the movie just has to have like a scene in another country.
Another place.
Apparently.
I'm gonna mess his name up. Kristen Stewart is in the Ang Lee movie. It's like Billy Long's Halftime Walk.
You just made that up.
Nope. Look it up.
That's the one with like the football.
Well, it's like a halftime show where this.
Billy what?
I don't know I don't know the name of it entirely.
Billy Zane.
Billy long halftime walk or something. And it's
big long walk at halftime.
He's like this
Billy
young.
Lynn's
He was like he had like
walk.
a military career.
Well, not a career. He was a kid, and then he was in the Gulf War or something.
10 points.
That was
You're gonna give that to me.
I'm giving it to you.
Let's go. I mean, I was pretty close.
But Noah won this one.
Kristen Stewart was like the older sister in that movie. And
Good job, Noah.
Did I close the gap though?
Seriously?
I won that round.
Oh, you won that round, yeah.
But did I close the gap?
Let's see who
I
won
don't know if
the
I
total.
did because that last one was 10 points.
9 plus 10 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9.
Is that
plus...
Billy Zane?
I wanted there to be multiple answers because last time you get stumped and you're like, I don't know, and then the time's on.
That's
you
how
know?
Noah
I do not sound like that.
Oh,
I do not sound like that. I say I don't know.
Like the answer is not coming to me at this very moment.
So I wanted to give multiple
I'm not
answers
sweating,
and then not
I'm
knowing
perspirating.
everything. Because I don't know everything.
What do you mean you don't know everything?
Yeah, Josiah won that pretty handily.
Woo!
He got 59 the first one, and your total was 67.
You got.
I'm gonna. It's a fun game and I like it. I think the point distribution is it needs reworked.
You make it up next time.
Okay, I will. And we're gonna assess the point values. And when you lose, don't come crying to me.
You can come crying to me anytime, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You guys
I
can
respect
cry
a man
together.
who can be emotionally vulnerable.
Not me. Real men don't cry.
But real men were pink.
Yep.
Real men wear blue.
I got blue jeans on. Real men wear cyan.
Trivia this week is Wes Anderson. If you guys want to, who's two?
It's Josiah.
Okay. Wes Anderson trivia. Go.
I have 2 wins.
I have one.
Riley has 1.
2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah you Okay. Moving
I haven't
in.
thought about what my movie's going to be, though.
You haven't?
No, I haven't, because I didn't.
He's not
Because
confident
you're
in himself.
assuming you're not going to win.
Yeah, well, let's
That's
just see
fun.
what happens.
Okay, question number 1. Having appeared in 9 of his films, including Moonrise Kingdom, Isle of Dogs, and The French Dispatch, this actor is credited as having the most collaborations with Riley.
Bill Murray.
That is correct.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I knew that answer, and his name was not coming to me. I was like, Ben Murray. It's not
I
right.
thought there was a twist coming in that question.
Yeah.
The twist was that there was no twist.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Before Rushmore came out in 1998, Anderson released this movie in 1990. Riley.
Bottle Rocket.
That is correct. I'd never heard of that movie before.
Were you like doing research?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Question number 3. The Grand Budapest Hotel takes place within the fictional country of Zubrauka, but the real Budapest is the capital, Josiah.
Hungary.
Yeah, that's correct. I wanted to throw a geography question in there and make it a little more level playing field. Question number 4. Tom Hanks has collaborated with Wes Anderson exactly 1 time. Josiah.
Asteroid City.
That's correct. 2-2. Question number 5. Give me the 3 Wes Anderson movies that have an average Letterboxd rating of higher than 4.0. That's the question. Riley.
Grand Budapest Hotel. Fantastic Mr. Fox. And The Royal Tenenbaums.
That is correct.
I was.
Let's go!
I thought that might be a little
I was
trickier than it
going to say those 3. So Very well.
Royal Tenenbaums is 4.1. Grand Budapest Hotel is 4.2. And Fantastic Mr. Fox is 4.3. All right. Riley won.
I'm glad the geography question didn't sink me.
Bonus.
Man, if I Bill Murray, I was sitting there, I was just like, what is his name?
William Murray. For the bonus question, in 2023, Anderson released 4 short films based on Roald Dahl children's books, with this actor portraying the author in each movie. Riley.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's incorrect. He is in 2 out of the 4. I don't suppose you know it. Josiah.
Owen Wilson.
Incorrect. It's
Ralph Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think Ray Fiennes has been in any other.
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Very good. So Riley won.
2-0.
So next week Josiah could win and end it, or I could win.
When is the
Keep
Oscars
going.
coming out? Like the
March.
March? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were in February.
They're usually the first week
Hey,
of
Siri.
March.
When does this?
Hey,
Oscars
Riley, what's
come
up? Hey, let me check real quick.
What's going on?
Here's what I found.
Series
20
of
things
guy.
to know before you.
What? 20 things to know before you come at. Okay, well. Anyway,
All right.
so we don't know the answer to that question.
Nope.
Siri was unhelpful.
So we will do 2010s movies next week.
2010 to 2019.
Yep.
Broadly speaking.
I
Yeah.
will probably not be studying.
2010s.
I'll probably win.
I hope I win.
I was thinking about just doing Guy Ritchie, but I want to make it fair. You know.
For Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you all.
Let me know if you feel like there's a grave injustice committed against me when Riley
I'm
picked
sorry.
Fargo for Noah.
I'm sorry.
You still won the other game.
Yeah, that was skill,
No, that was
Wit.
that was
determination.
I was hoping the which I should have. It was really hindsight. It's like really dumb move by me by using that quote. I know, really dumb move.
I don't think you're dumb.
the only
I
dumb
thought-
part was that you assigned that movie to Noah instead of myself.
Why? I watched it more recently.
I watched it second most recently.
Yeah, I gave you guys both a movie from last year, so I was trying to think.
I think that was a really fair thing to
Nah,
do.
it's all good.
But
Noah
It's
needs a
all
win
good.
every once
Josiah
in a while.
will cry himself a river, build a bridge, and get over it.
let us know any suggestions you have for us. Leave a comment, subscribe, like all that fun jazz.
And
All that jazz, all that fun stuff, all that fun jazz.
Yep.
appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.